Welcome to the Online Trainer Show, where we help fitness and nutrition pros take better care of their clients and build profitable businesses. I'm Jonathan Goodman, and as always, I'm joined by Amber Reynolds. We're happy you're here. Let's start the show.
So are you studying or am I?
You are. You do that on purpose. You know it stresses me out.
Okay.
I hate you.
Okay, Amber. Education. Why clients don't value it? I mean, there's two pieces to this. I think clients don't value your education because most of the education that you've gotten has absolutely bupkis to do with what you actually need to know and do over the course of your day with your client.
Can you say that word again, please?
Bupkis. It sounds like butt kiss, but it's not. It's bubkiss. B-U-B-K-I-S-S. It's a pretty traditional Jewish word. Bupkis.
Noted.
It's kind of the thing your bubby and Zadie say to you. It has bupkis to do, Amber.
Oh, okay.
Because we're not learning what we actually need to learn. Like, that's the thing that's so backwards, right? How many times have I said, our company should not have to exist? The fact that it does is actually really disappointing. Why are people so lost when they finish a certification to work in the fitness industry, plus often a degree? Why are they so lost on literally everything they need to do in order to do well by their client, other than maybe building a program? Why are they so lost with how to, in any way, shape, or form, position themselves using new media, speak to potential clients, engage them, sell them on your services, collect the information that they need to know from the client in order to serve them? Was there anything in any of the training that you did to become a personal trainer that taught you anything about that?
No, and I have far more certifications than I should, so no.
So, straight up, bro, that's a backward shit. Because how the hell do you ever expect to have a client that you can serve if you never get a client and get the information from that client that enables you to serve that client? Who the hell are putting these things together? Why do you think your clients don't value your education? I mean, of course they don't care about the letters behind your name. That's fine. Nobody cares about that. You don't care about the letters anybody has behind their name in any field. That's irrelevant. You don't care where your lawyer... I don't know where my lawyers went to school. I don't know whether they went to Harvard or some fifth-tier Canadian college. Like, I don't know. I know they're a lawyer. I trust that they're a lawyer. I didn't even have to see that they got credentialed. I imagine they're probably still up to date. Like, this is not something unique to the fitness industry that people don't care about whether we're certified or not or where we're certified from. They don't value our education because we're not getting educated the way that we need to get educated in order to serve them. My lawyer got educated how they needed to get educated in order to serve me and my business's needs. That's why I value my lawyer's education, even though I have no clue where they went. Clients don't value our education because our education systems are absolute crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And as a result, a whole bunch of independent companies like mine, like the Online Trainer Academy, had to build up and fill in the gaps bit by bit by bit. The issue there is by the time somebody comes to us they're already lost. And they've already spent a lot of money. And they've often already had a lack of success that's hurting their confidence. And they're made to believe it's their fault, but it's not your fault. And then to add to it, how the heck do you decide what to do now? What gap to fill in now in order to become a complete professional? That's why people don't value your education. It's because they shouldn't, and you shouldn't value your education because it's inadequate. It's not your fault. I became a personal trainer. I kid you not. My practical to become a personal trainer, they asked me how to stretch the back, not even the lats. They asked me how to stretch the back, and I didn't know the answer. And I still passed. I didn't know that you needed to hold on to a bar and lean back in order to stretch the back. And I still passed. What?
That's scary.
Like, it's these archaic institutions, right? That, at least in North America, Europe's a little bit different because Europe, there's a lot more competition around certification. In North America, you've got basically the big three in the United States, NASM, ACE, ISSA. You've got the big two in Canada, CanFit and CPTN. Maybe CSEP, but not really. In terms of personal training, CSEP's more for people who are different types of practitioners and stuff like that. And in Canada, really, there's only one. I mean, CanFit is really the only one. I mean, CPTN is there, but it's... Put it this way. CanFit Pro is competition for CPTN. CPTN is not competition for CanFit Pro. And they're so ingrained and institutionalized that it's going to take a lot to knock them off, but they so clearly inadequately prepare people for the realities of the profession. And as a result, the profession's struggling. And not only that, generally lobbies, like professional lobbies, are operated by the academic or professional communities, institutions for that profession. Chiropractors is a good example. Chiropractic has a very strong lobby and a very powerful lobby. Why do you think that represents it, that stands up for it, that have a lot of money and they do a lot of good things for that profession? Say what you want about chiropractic. They have a very strong lobby that's very powerful. Why do you think chiropractic opened way before gyms did? Because they had a lobby. Where do you think our academic and professional institutions led us down during COVID? Because they had such a limp lobby. Nobody showed up for us. And as a result, gyms are now considered, and fitness is now considered unessential until the end of time. Because now that tag has been set down on the fitness industry, it's never going away. COVID-19 was the precedent setter. And that really sucks. And the solution is you gotta vote with your dollars. You gotta stop spending money. I mean, if you have to do the initial certification because you need to get a job in a gym, do that. But don't touch these places anywhere else. Like they're letting you down because there's no competition.
I have a question.
There's no competition amongst them, right?
No. I have a question for you. Do you think that they are more incentivized not to do particularly well?
I don't know about that. ACE is different. ACE is technically a not-for-profit. Technically. I'll say that again, technically. NASM and ISSA are run by private equity and venture capital. And so it's less about them being incentivized to do a bad job. I don't think that that's true, by the way. I wouldn't say that, and I certainly wouldn't make that statement publicly. I would have nothing to back that up. But when a company is operated, has a number of shareholders and investors, and is run by venture capital and private equity, I mean, call it big fitness. Like their responsibility, first and foremost, is to their investors, is to getting their investors the best return that they can possibly get, which means that their decisions that they make are centered primarily around what makes them the most amount of money this quarter, and not necessarily long-term how to build the company. Like it's just a different decision making. Like what you measure is what you measure in a company is generally what happens, what gets rewarded, what gets improved. If you measure customer satisfaction, if you measure job satisfaction, if you measure job success, if you have measures around how good of a job you do, that's generally what improves. If all that you measure is revenue per quarter, that's going to be what guides your decisions, right? And so then you start selling stuff that sells better right now versus stuff that actually makes a difference in people's lives. And because the fitness industry is such a churn and burn industry, there's always new people coming in that are buying the stuff that they're excited about, which is the stuff that they're already good at, which is more fitness, more nutrition, which is not the actual professional development. I mean, I'm not even talking about the business development. I'm talking about the client care. Like, think about it this way. Have you ever taken a course specifically on how to take better care of your clients?
Yes.
I mean, you have, Amber.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm talking to the listener.
Well, you took a really long pause, so I wasn't sure. Shorten your pause.
Shorten your pauses. This is the radio. This is like Robert, your 70-year-old boyfriend. He's like, you're all out of radio. I'm turning the dial. You can't have pauses. I tuned in on my Alta Vista browser. Oh, Robert. Robert, driving all your vehicles. Robert. Whatever. So I don't... That's all I got to say. And end this before I get myself into trouble.
Done.
All right. Bye, Robert.